What is going on out there, good people, and welcome back to LMD Trading, where I am living my dream trading. Hope everybody out there is doing well today. As for myself, I am doing pretty good. Actually, did not plan on getting a trade recap done today because I didn't take any trades, but I ended up taking a trade once the market reopened after 6 o'clock. So I figured I would go ahead and get that recap done and out of the way. I don't foresee myself taking any trades tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm hoping to be a travel day, so don't plan on trading. So I figured, yeah, let's go ahead. Let's get this trade recap out of the way. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to bring up the chart. I already have it pretty much set where the trade had taken place at. I'm going to bring up the report card real quick. We'll take a look at that, and then we'll look at this trade on the NinjaTrader chart. We'll be up out of here. Notice the date, 9/11. It's actually 9/10, but this trade is going to count for 9/11 because it was taken after 6 o'clock. Gold still has not changed. Don't move stop once in the trade. My stop is my stop. Say that I sat down at the desk about 1747. I did take a trade in the option account. I'm gonna probably, as soon as I finish this recap, I'll probably do a separate recap for that trade. So that's initially why I was sitting down at the desk, because I was looking at that trade on the computer, because I had taken that trade, and then I'm like, I've been retired like 2 years, and I can count on one hand how many times I've just taken a weekday to go play golf. So today I took that trade and then I went and played golf. And while on the golf course, Spark over at Spark and Trade here on YouTube had sent a message on Discord showing where MNQ was at. And at the time, I hadn't let him know. He didn't know that I was in a trade. So looked at him on my phone and I'm like, oh, snaps. I'm doing pretty good on this trade. But yeah, I wanted to come back home after I finished playing golf just to look and see how that trade had panned out, because I got out of the trade when I was on the golf course. But it's neither here nor there. We're not talking about that right now. Trade that I did take in the futures account, took that at 1803, so basically 603. I called it a break and hold. It's not something that I really have any kind of written strategy on or setup on, but that's what I would call it. Went in my favor? Yes. Took this trade on a break of previous day's close. That's what PDC stands for, previous day's close, and on the ATR, which is a line that's on the chart. It was a long trade. It was a green trade. I graded it an A, even though it's not really something that's written down as a play. It's something that I'll see on the chart, and I'll take that trade. Overall grade was an A because that was the only trade. And the percent gain or loss on the account, it made 10%. So if this account is $1,000 account, that trade made $100. If it was a $10,000 account, that trade made $1,000. If it was a $100 account, it made $10. Basically is what that's telling you. What I learned, continue to trust the process. Trust the process. Take the trade. Put risk on. Didn't put anything for changes I need to make from today. In best trade of the day, I only took one. So that's the report card. We're going to get rid of that real quick. And we are going to just bring up NinjaTrader's chart real quick, and we'll take a look at it, y'all. That's it right there. That was one and done. Market opened at 6 o'clock, which was this candle right here. We can see it on the chart right here. So market opened, it flushed back down. Let's see if I can blow it up just a little bit more. There we go. So market open, flush down, and kind of move back up. So you remember ATR line or ATR that I mentioned on the report card. That's these gray lines that you see. So price came up and it broke it. When it breaks, because this is a supply, this is going down. When it broke that, you notice the line down there. That's the new ATR line. This is the strategy that I trade options with. Spark had asked why I don't use it for futures, and it just doesn't give the same results. But this is one case that this was that type strategy. ATR flips, you play the break at a high, or the next candle to break the previous candle's high. Options, my stop is going to be down here. But for this particular trade, my stop was going just below previous day's close. If this came up and it went back down and it broke previous day's close, I'm gonna just take that loss. But this thing just grind it up. And like I said, I went out, played golf, so I'm not seeing any of this. Oh no, I'm sorry. What are you thinking about, dude? This ain't the option trade. I went in the house, so I wasn't seeing any of this. Again, Spark posts something in the Discord. It makes me come out here and look at the trade, and I see it. Once it broke this level, my target was going to be what I call second line of defense. And it was also sitting right at that 23,900. So you see price came up, it broke over, or it came up, didn't break over. It just kind of almost peekabooed. I started bar by barring. And this thing just kind of came back, tapped me, and then took off, broke the level. It did break that 20. Let's go back over there, wrong way. It broke the 23,900, came up, went down, came back up, peekaboo. Did finally get over it on a nice move. And it's just been kind of falling back down now. I could look up here and I could see where price is at, and guess where it's at? Right back up at that level again. But look at how this thing just kind of flushed all the way back down. Let's see, where's 8 o'clock? 8 o'clock is right here. 8 o'clock kind of pushed it down a little bit further. And now look at where we're at. We're back over that area again. Man, this right there would have been a good trade. 23,901. But after hours, price moves so slow unless you get like some news. But I can see this getting back up here to about 23.13. 10 points. One contract, that's $20. 10 contracts, $200. 5 contracts, $100. I could see it moving back up there. I'm not going to take the trade because I missed it right there. This is I will be chasing at that point, giving up quite a bit of the profit because the stop would have been right there. So entry would have been 23,901 or 902, call it. Stop would have been 23,898. 4 points. So 902, you need 906 for 1R. Just on the other side up there. Not worth the risk because you're putting up a whole lot of, you didn't miss the meat of the move, I guess you can say. You missed the meat of the move. But yeah, those were the 2 trades, or the 1 trade that I took, I'm sorry. And like I said, it just gave that one, but I wouldn't have took that. Let's close that out. Do we want to do that? Nope. I'm gonna wrap this video up and then we're gonna jump right on over and I'll do the recap for the option trade as soon as I close this out. So as always, thanks for checking me out. If you hadn't hit that like button, please do so. If you're not subscribed, please think about subscribing. And as always, we can continue the conversation in the comments. I'm fighting between futures and options right now, y'all. Me and Spark had this discussion earlier today. Dollar for dollar, I think options is the better move for me. I like futures, don't get me wrong, but this system that I've probably been testing this system probably a couple of weeks now. And yeah, I like it. And I think dollar for dollar, bang for your buck, I'm making more money with the options plays. Dollar for dollar. If you looked at it dollar for dollar, risk to reward. So yeah, on that note, I'm going to wrap this video up. I'm going to show you one time real quick though. Let's flip back over to the chart. That move that I was talking about. There it goes. There it goes. That's 1R. That's 1R. Pretty sure this is going to head right on up to that 913 area. I'll take another peek at the chart again once I'm doing the option video. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to wrap this one up from right here. Peace.